Welcome back, guys in jerseys. Trevor, this is
Yes,
arguably the best month of the year
Yes.
for sports.
Yeah.
Sports-wise, I would
Yeah.
argue, whatever, wedding season or whatever that kind of stuff is.
Right.
But March Madness
Yes.
kicked off. It's been going nuts. We are now in the Sweet 16. My bracket's like 11%.
Yeah, mine's really bad.
My bracket's horrible. Because there's not been as many upsets as we thought.
Yeah, this one's so different because the last couple of years there's just been so many upsets, and this year there wasn't that many. It said that this is the lowest seeded. The sum total of the seeds is the lowest it's ever
Well,
been.
Oregon's a 12, and the highest next to that's a
It's
5.
Auburn, yeah.
Like that's crazy. I thought this was gonna be the wildest one with upsets and everything.
No,
not at all.
But this is gonna start getting to like the good part. You know what I mean?
Yeah, this is where you're gonna see who's really playing good right now. Or
Like
who's
Gonzaga
really good.
against Florida State, that's gonna be a good game.
Tennessee, Purdue.
Yeah.
You never really know. Michigan, Texas Tech. Oh, Michigan gets destroyed. Oregon, Virginia. You look at that on paper and you go, well, Virginia's going to destroy them.
Yeah.
But you never know. I think the best game that we're going to see, I think is Michigan State.
LSU, yeah, I would agree. That's going to be a good game. I like that. North Carolina and Auburn should be pretty good, but yeah, Michigan State, LSU.
Because Michigan State, you could argue, is the hottest team right now.
Right, besides Oregon.
But just like on how they've played, like how they came out in the second half of the first game, and then how they played last game.
Right.
And with Cassius, and then LSU, it's like
they're big, man.
Yeah, and they're big and they're fast. It's not like they're big and they're slow. Yeah. No, they're big and they're fast.
They're huge.
That Reed kid is dunking on people, dribbling down the court. He's just wild.
I love it.
No, I think it'll be fun. My team knew it all. Kentucky's still in it, so I'm glad with that.
Duke Blue Devils.
You guys have Duke, even though arguably they should have lost, but UCF threw that game away.
It's hard to beat RJ Barrett, baby.
You're on the RJ Barrett.
I'm on the RJ Barrett train, and RJ we trust.
I wish Colin was here to just
to talk about Ja.
Ja
Morant. Ja Morant isn't in the tournament anymore, Colin.
Wow. All right. Anything else in March Madness you want to talk about?
I watched a whole bunch of basketball, dude. I feel like I should have something.
Who's the best team right now to you?
Me?
The best team right now?
Duke. I like Tennessee. They're doing pretty good.
Even though they almost lost to Iowa.
Yeah, they did come, but they were blowing them out. And they came back, but still, they're still a good team. And you're gonna have these close games, dude. That's why I'm not that afraid of Duke because now every other team has a 7'6" dude standing in the paint. Named Taco. What a horrible name, dude. That should be child abuse.
Taco Falls.
That should be child abuse to name your kid Taco. That's so stupid.
They
should have named him RJ. Or Zion. Bill Walton loves to, every time he's on a game commentating, he loves to talk about how Zion already has a national park named after him. Zion National Park. And he's like, yeah, it was set up 100 years before he was born. I'm like, that's your favorite joke in the world, isn't it, Bill Walton?
Bill Walton's crazy.
He is nuts. Yeah, he's a nuts man.
He's a guy that you could sit down for hours and he'll tell you stories.
Yeah, I love it.
No, to me, I think the best team, which it's kind of scary, is Gonzaga, just on the fact that they've blown the last two people they've played out, and everybody else's teams have been close. That is kind of scary moving forward. I thought Gonzaga was going to lose by now.
Right.
But they didn't.
No.
Stuck into it, I guess.
If Syracuse would have got past first round, they would have beat them.
That's where you look at games. You're like, well, that would have been a better matchup.
Right.
If maybe Nevada would beat Florida, that probably would have been a better matchup.
Right.
You could start looking at games like that, but that's just not how.
Well, and another good team, I think, is Houston.
Houston's a really good team.
They're really athletic. I like it a lot.
A surprising team that everybody thought was going to go far. Buffalo. They got destroyed.
They got their butts kicked.
Yeah. By Texas Tech. It wasn't even close.
Texas Tech is a good team. I like. Hopefully, I like to see them going over Michigan.
It's gonna be fun.
They're a great team.
They're not gonna score a lot of points. They both play good defense.
Right.
So it's gonna be fun to watch.
And Michigan's always a little wishy-washy on the offensive board.
You never know.
You never know with those guys.
You never know. All right. We'll move on to the Mike Trout deal. That's signed while we were gone. Didn't do anything. We wrote a blog about it last week, but 12 years for $430 million.
That's pocket change.
Yeah. If you're an owner, that's nothing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but that's I mean, if Bryce Harper is worth, what did he get?
330.
Then Mike Trout's worth 430.
Yeah. So the crazy thing is that Mike Trout got a year less and $100 million more.
Yeah.
Like Mike Trout is getting almost half as what the Marlins sold for.
Right.
They just sold.
Yeah, I love it.
$1 billion. I think it's crazy. I think, I talked about in the vlog that if he would have won the open market, he probably would have been $500 million, $600 million.
Right.
He's obviously not got. He got a big deal, but he's not a guy that's like, yeah, I want $500 million. That's what I want. I think he's the type of deal that he's not really that big of a risk taker. So he's not like, I don't want to go into free agency. I want to get this done now. And he obviously believes the Angels can win.
Right. I mean, yeah, he wouldn't. Either he just really, really loves the money, or he thinks that the Angels have a future. And I mean, yeah. With baseball, you never really know because there's so many guys in the minor leagues and stuff that can always come up, and there's always a lot of people getting drafted. So you never know.
I mean, you can't argue though that 430 might be a little low on the side of the low side for him because he is a generational player.
He's he's definitely the best baseball player
of his generation.
Definitely in the league. I mean, if
you could argue he's the best baseball player, complete baseball player, since I don't even know. Babe Ruth. No, but if you look at it maybe A-Rod,
right.
Ken Griffey,
right.
Which when they were at their peaks was a long time ago.
Yeah.
So to see Mike Trout, it's like, dude, you're watching a Hall of Famer and a legend, like a guy that's gonna go down as maybe top 10 of all time.
Right. Yeah.
Especially in center field. We've had Willie Mays,
Mickey
Mantle, Ken Griffey, all them guys. It's like Mike Trout is as good.
Mike Trout is, he's an athletic monster, but not only that, he's a smart baseball player.
Well, he's baseball. It's baseball.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's fun doing it. He doesn't care about anything else.
Right.
That's why I think he's not obviously as polarizing. Not a lot of people know him because he just goes and plays the game.
Right.
He doesn't care about what's going on.
Yeah, you won't see him charging the mound or anything.
No, you won't see him.
Crazy boy.
Yeah.
Or not hustling to first.
Yeah, man, or flipping the hair. He doesn't care about none of that.
He doesn't even have that.
No, he cuts it. Yeah. Goes out there and he plays every day.
It's a freaking buzz cut like a man.
He's Philly.
He's Philly, baby.
But not going to play in the East Coast. Which I don't think. I think another reason for him not wanting to go to play in the East Coast is
because he's in Anaheim.
Well, he didn't want. Yeah, that too. It's way better weather. But I don't think he wanted to get there and not win.
Right.
And maybe he slowly starts to progress. I don't foresee him progressing.
Right.
But maybe he just doesn't achieve the way he wanted to. Maybe.
Yeah.
And the pressure on him. You know what I mean? Stuff
right.
like that. So I think that's one reason why I didn't want to go there. And I think the Angels heard Bryce Harper talking. They're like, we got to resign him.
Yeah.
And we have to get this deal done.
Right. Yeah. Because it's in especially Bryce Harper going to the Phillies.
Yeah.
The hometown of Mike Trout.
Well, and Bryce Harper's talking about him.
Yeah.
But this deal now opens up, I think, for a lot of other people. Now, Justin Verlander just got his new extension. Chris Taylor just got his new extension.
Right.
So this is now it's guys are $30 million is the standard, and some people are saying $400 million for a long-term deal.
Right. Yeah.
You look at the guys like Aaron Judge, Mookie Betts, all them guys that are coming up now, to get their deals.
Right.
It's would I pay Aaron Judge $400 million? No.
No.
Would I pay Mookie Betts? Yes.
Yeah.
I'd pay Mookie Betts $400 million.
Great bowler.
Yeah, I'd pay him $500 million just to bowl.
He's a great bowler.
Aaron Judge always strikes out.
He does strike out. He swings big and he misses sometimes.
But that's what he is, I guess.
Yeah.
I'm not paying $400 million for 500 for 50 homers, maybe a year,
right?
And a 230 average.
Right. Yeah.
When I need you in a big game, get on base.
Right.
Mookie's won.
Mookie's gonna get you on the base.
Well, he won a championship
right.
already. I think that bumps him up over everybody else.
Well, and Mookie's another guy who's just athletic as freaking.
Well, he's crazy. He'll go out there every day and he'll play. And he's about baseball too.
Yeah.
He goes out there and he plays.
And bowling.
Yeah.
I watched him dunk before.
He's wild. He's not that tall.
No, it's pretty impressive that he can dunk.
He's a guy that can do it all.
Yeah.
The Lakers.
Not making the playoffs.
They're not going to make the playoffs this year. I think for the 6th straight year. We talked about it a lot. I thought they were going to make the playoffs start the year off. They were going to, it looked like, before LeBron got hurt. But I don't think it boils down to that. I think it boils down to how toxic the locker room has been all year. And when LeBron got hurt, I think he finally realized it, finally clicked in his head I really came and played for this bad team,
Right.
and maybe this is why I got hurt.
Right.
Maybe it finally caught up to him. You know what I mean? Because this team is probably better than the team he had with the Cavs the last few years. But it finally caught up to him where it was like his body just gave out.
Right. Yeah, I mean, I think that I feel like a lot of the guys on the Lakers are like how we said Mike Trout's all baseball, Mookie Betts all baseball. They're not all basketball, and then you find LeBron saying things like, "Is basketball the most important thing to you right now?" Like, because there's a questions he has to ask because like it's not obvious that Kyle Kuzma is 100% basketball or Alonzo's 100% basketball right now because I mean they are young and they're trying to have fun or whatever because I mean they're in LA, you know what I mean? What better situation could you have for yourself? But he's another guy who's all basketball. And now he's starting to get older, not so much, but when he first came in, he was all basketball. And when he's on a good team, when like on a championship contending team, like for sure, he's all basketball.
Well, I think that you could also flip that on LeBron this year. Have you been all about basketball? You know what I mean? That's the other thing you could say about LeBron. I mean, I know you've been hurt. You know, I mean, like if you're LeBron, I know you've been hurt. You know what I mean? I know you haven't, been able to play, but still, I think you should still have a main focus on this team. You know what I mean? Because it seems like that he's like his mind hasn't fully been on basketball. I mean, like his has probably been the most on basketball in that locker room, but it's still not,
where it should
at
be,
100% like where it has been.
I mean, of course, guys like Rondo, of course.
Rondo's all about basketball. But no, I think it's hurt LeBron too. I think him maybe not being 100% on basketball. Maybe if he's 95%, that's still bad. You know what I mean? Because I mean, it kind of seems like everything with his production company or everything that he's doing right now. I mean, obviously we all know that's why he went to LA.
Right.
It was for more stuff that he's doing off the court than probably on the court.
Right.
And I think that's showing.
Yeah.
Because I mean, if he was all about basketball and he went to LA all about basketball, they probably would make the playoffs on the stretch, even though he did get hurt.
Right. I mean, and getting this Lakers team, pushing them to the playoffs is what pretty much ended Kobe's career. Yeah. This one-man takeover thing isn't sustainable. It's I mean, LeBron did it last year for the Cavs, that just like shows how much of a freak of nature LeBron is. Like even the probably I would say one of the greatest basketball players ever, Kobe Bryant, who doesn't really have a huge issue with injuries. Ended his career.
Even when they brought in Dwight and all that.
Yeah,
and he still got hurt.
Yeah.
But no. All right, so to you, does this hurt LeBron's GOAT status, GOAT argument, him not making the playoffs? Since I think it's the first time since 2005.
I would say that the thing is that whenever you say that it hurts his GOAT status, you get the counter argument that, Michael Jordan didn't make it his first year or whatever and got bumped out of the first round or whatever. But that was, year 1, year 2 of Michael Jordan's
he was hurt.
Career. He was hurt, a broken foot. This is LeBron in year 16, like
15, 16.
I mean, and even if you look at his numbers, LeBron's playing pretty good.
Yeah, 27 points a game.
Right.
All that.
I mean, if you were so worried about your legacy getting tarnished, you shouldn't have went to the team that you knew was going to kind of struggle a little bit. And so, I mean, obviously they weren't a good team last year. What makes you think you're going to come there? You and Rondo are going to come there and fix everything. It's not going to happen. So,
if you didn't like the coach being one,
right, exactly. Well, I mean, this is probably good. I think Jason Kidd is.
It looks like it. It looks like Jason Kidd.
But it's another thing. LeBron kind of has these guys they can push around, and Jason Kidd is not one of those guys you can just push around.
I mean, maybe, Jason Kidd, because this will be his third time around, maybe, and I mean, Luke Walton obviously was not that guy where LeBron was going to push around.
No.
Luke Walton was like, no, I want to do it my way. And Luke did a pretty decent job his first year.
Right, yeah.
You know what I mean? With what he had, I mean, so now it's like, it looks like now with LeBron they've gotten way worse, which they basically have.
Right.
No, I think, I mean, it hurts obviously his GOAT status or, towards Mike, all that because,
if you're going to compare him to Mike or Kareem,
when you come to the Lakers and you're
Yeah.
LeBron,
Or
you
even
are expected to
even
win.
Kobe, dude. And I feel like Kobe doesn't get enough love on the
No.
GOAT status thing. I mean,
even Shaq. Shaq went to LA
Shaq,
and won.
yeah.
I think that's what hurts him because everybody's gone to LA and they've won,
right.
and he hasn't. So I mean, obviously I know it's 1 year.
Yeah,
it's
I mean,
too crazy.
That's what I think he made a thing on Instagram saying, "Stay with me, Lakers."
Yeah.
Nation," or
He
whatever.
said it was a long process, but still, like LeBron, you're 34, 33.
Mhm.
You obviously were hurt this year. Your team at this point doesn't look like anybody's going to come play with you. It doesn't look like Anthony Davis is, you know what I mean?
Right.
So, I mean, I don't know. It's looking rough. But I think this hurts him more right now, not his argument with Michael Jordan. I think it hurts his who's the best player in the game right now status.
You know,
what I
yeah,
mean?
and I think
Because him not being, I mean, you got to think about all the stars that are going to be in the playoffs that are on that crust and have
Right.
looked at LeBron as the number one player, like KD.
I've
Giannis.
always thought Kevin Durant was the best basketball player.
But you know what I mean, though?
Yeah.
Because
yeah.
they're going to be playing
right.
in April, and LeBron's not.
Right.
Look, all we're going to see from LeBron is Instagram posts, Twitter posts,
yeah.
you know, whatever he's doing with his production company with Nike. So I think that's where
Space Jam 2.
that's where it hurts him the most. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Because you're going to see all the guys that have, you know, Kawhi, all them guys in the playoffs and making deep runs compared to LeBron.
Sitting at home.
And Giannis is probably going to win the MVP.
I hope so.
I mean, James Harden's made a strong push, but I still think Giannis.
I mean, with the MVP, you should look at both ends of the floor. And James Harden does not play defense, so.
No, I mean, he averages 37 points a game. I mean, and granted, these guys' team in the playoffs from where they were in the beginning.
Right.
They're a way better team than they were now.
But take Giannis out of Milwaukee.
They're probably not nothing.
I think they could. Houston without James Harden could still fight their way into the 8th seed. You know what I mean? But Milwaukee is probably the worst team in the. I mean, Brogdon's good. Chris Middleton's good. They have Eric Bledsoe, but
Giannis does everything.
Giannis is the man for that team. Yeah, for sure.
In that system with Mike D'Antoni, they probably could find somebody.
Yeah.
To take over and score 30.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
I mean, maybe
maybe
Melo would have worked out with you a little bit better.
Yeah, that's true. If Melo might have been probably not the first option, but second or third. You know what I mean?
Exactly. All right. So moving on from that talk about NBA, probably arguably the biggest news yesterday, other than the Duke game coming close. Rob Gronkowski, he's retiring. He's deciding to get Gronk nowadays, more to play football. No, his agent was on ESPN this morning and said I wouldn't be surprised if he gets a call mid-season from Tom that says, "Hey, I need you." He'll come play.
Wow.
So I don't know if this is one of those things where he's retiring for right now, and maybe he comes back.
A little.
Brett Favre, actually.
Well, I was thinking Jason Witten actually.
Yeah. But this would be, I don't know, with Gronk. I mean, I know his agent wanted him to sit out the training camp and preseason and then play in the season, but Gronk didn't want to sit out. He said, I might as well just call it a career if I'm going to do that. So, I mean, I don't know. He's obviously he's had a lot of injuries.
Yeah.
But he's came up big in big
Huge,
games.
yeah.
Especially this year. Moving of the Patriots, it's the Patriots. Bill Belichick wanted to get rid of him last year.
Right.
So, it's like everybody's talking about, the Patriots. I think they'll be fine. They'll find somebody. They always do. Even if, like, Martellus Bennett comes out of retirement, maybe, to come play with his brother.
Right.
You know, the Patriots aside, I think they're going to be fine. It's, like we said, it's the Patriots. Until it's over, it's over.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's like, they just won the championship, so you can't say it's over.
Right.
We're even going to be close to being over.
So, I just noticed we got these backwards here. I was like 955 yards and 11,000 touchdowns.
No, I have it right here. Receptions, yards, touchdowns.
He had under 1,000 yards.
No, this is his yards.
This is his this is games receptions. Oh, I got you. Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
So now that you talked about the stats a little bit, you were a little confused there. Is Gronk the greatest tight end of all time?
No, because Tony Gonzalez played football. That's all I got.
I agree with you. I agree with you as well. I don't think Gronk is the greatest of all time. I think at Gronk's best, he was the best tight end of all time. I think because he basically changed how you kind of played the tight end.
Right.
Because normally it was, as a tight end, you were either a blocker or you were a receiver, and Gronk did both of those things.
Right. And he also split out Gronk to the receiver positions and say, all right, are you going to guard him as a tight end or are you going to guard him as a receiver? And if you guard him as a Is if you guard him as a tight end, you paid for it because you put a linebacker out there and Gronk burned him.
I think that's the other thing with Gronk is he's like everybody combined. He's
Right.
like if you put every tight end ever combined,
Right.
that's Gronk. And he was so killing the teams that they literally had to get him hurt
Right.
just so he couldn't play anymore. That's
Yeah.
basically why he's not playing.
Or he had to elbow drop.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like he doesn't like football.
Yeah.
He loves it
Right.
because he loves everything that comes with it. But it comes down to he was hurt a lot. He had 5 great years, 4 years where he was hurt all the time. This year they basically sat him out until the playoffs and said, "We're going to need you in the playoffs."
Yeah.
And he showed up.
Right.
So no, I think at his best, like his best years and his best numbers, without a doubt, he's the best tight end. Maybe the most talented, but from overall looking at everything, he's not the best. I mean, even if you look at Shannon Sharp, Antonio Gates, Tony Gonzalez, and then him, like these are the 4 best tight ends, and they're all in the generation.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You look at that. No, I mean the other question is now is he going to be a first ballot Hall of Famer?
I think so.
I think so as well because I mean you have to look at how long he played and the numbers that he has. I mean he played 115 games and he has 500 receptions, almost 8,000 yards, and 79. I think the 79 touchdowns is the craziest part about this whole thing because Shannon Sharp played 200 games and had 62 touchdowns.
Right.
Tony Gonzalez played almost 300 games and had 111. Antonio Gates has played almost 240 games and he has 116. That's the crazier thing I think with Gronk.
Right.
And didn't he have 1 year where he had like 18 touchdowns?
Yeah, something like that.
So I mean, you take away 1 year, it's like he's still really good.
Right. But another thing is that like you get the argument of, well, he didn't play as long, and you can't really give a guy the benefit of the doubt just because he didn't play as long.
Well,
you can't tell me he's better because he didn't play as long.
Well, I mean, you look at that with the Gale Sayers for the running back.
Right.
It's like if Gale Sayers would have played,
well, he didn't.
Well, he didn't.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I think the only thing that helps Gronk in this status is the championships.
Yeah.
It's the only thing that helps Gronk. And it's the only way you could, argue it with Gronk because he has the 3 rings.
Right.
And Tony Gonzalez obviously doesn't have a ring. Antonio Gates, he's never even came close.
Yeah.
And Shannon Sharp has 3 rings. But it's like, I think that's where you look at Gronk and you go, you can, you know what I mean? And I think it's the other thing is everybody wants him to, like, yesterday I was like, well, he's the greatest tight end of all time. Well, yeah, I know he just retired, but, let's take a step back.
Yeah, let's let this simmer
You know what I
down
mean?
for a second.
Obviously he's the second best tight end of all time. He'll be a Hall of Famer. I don't know about first. You know what I mean? I think
Right.
first ballot might be a little stretch.
Right.
But I believe he will be, but the way that they vote and everything.
Yo soy fiesta.
It's just going to be a stretch, the way that they vote nowadays.
Yeah.
But, I mean, you're looking at all 4 of these guys and Hall of Famers without a doubt.
Yeah, for sure.
No, my bold prediction is Gronk will play probably next year.
Really?
And that's what Adam Gase
And you hear it here first.
And that's what Adam Gase said. He said until we get on that field first game and he's not out there, he's retired.
Well, I mean, you got to play him twice. He might be out there the second. You can always pick up a jersey whenever. You can always sign free agents whenever you want. They can sign the day before the Super Bowl.
Well, I mean, he's still under contract.
Right.
So, they have his contract.
Right.
Tom can call him on the Gronk phone.
Hey, do you think he has a Gronk? Like the Batman has the bat signal? Is there a Gronk signal? Or
Probably.
It's just him just like
Spiking.
chugging a beer?
Chugging a beer is spiking. It's
Yeah.
probably 2 of them. It's like switch it around. It's reversible.
Yo soy fiesta.
No, but Tom made a very sweet Instagram post. Too
Yeah,
yesterday.
I can't believe they didn't kiss.
They probably did.
You think they've
They
kissed
probably
before?
did. They probably did. Well, I think the only other thing where I kind of thought Gronk was going to retire is because it took so long.
Yeah.
Because after the Super, he said, give me a couple weeks.
Well, and then you said that he already had his stuff packed before the Super Bowl even happened.
Well, the report is that he was signed with like a production company to do movies and stuff.
Wow.
I'm just waiting for him to WB.
Yeah, for real. Yeah.
Maybe tonight,
I hope so.
Monday Night Raw. Gronk
Yeah.
comes
I would
gronking down
love
that stage.
I would love that so much.
I'd get back into it.
Yeah, for sure.
Could you imagine Gronk at the Royal Rumble?
Oh my God, he'd be unstoppable. Just show. Did you see him at WrestleMania?
Yeah.
He had a really weird move. He was in the corner like he was gonna spear him, and then just shoulder blocked him. And I was like, all right, we're Gronk, you huge man.
No, I mean his agent said he's gonna have a lot of fun. He's just gonna
I believe it. Yeah.
He's gonna drink a lot of beer.
He's got money for days.
Yeah, I heard another thing where he didn't spend any of the money he made from playing football. football.
That's
He
amazing.
just kind of paid off like endorsements and everything.
Yeah.
He uses money, so I mean, he's young.
Yeah.
He's probably the coolest player we've ever since growing up. He's probably the coolest player we've had.
Yeah. Yes, I feel yes.
And the fact that he played with the Patriots makes it even cooler. Because it's like the Patriots are always like, no. Gronk was like,
I'm Gronk.
I'm gonna do what I want.
Gronk.
Give me a beer.
He had that cruise.
Yeah, the Gronk cruise. I guarantee there's gonna be a lot more of those.
There's gonna be a lot of cruises. He's gonna make some money off cruise.
His body's gonna feel a lot better when he wakes up.
Yeah. Oh yeah, baby.
No, is that all you want to talk about?
Yeah, that's all I gotta talk about. Go do Blue Devils. They're gonna win the Natty. I don't care what you guys say.
I'm
And
going Kentucky Wildcats.
he's going Kentucky. I think Kentucky's gonna lose to freaking Houston.
Okay.
I like that.
We'll see.
I like that. Big.
All right, that's gonna do it for us today.
Peace.